The Latinos that voted for Trump because of the economy. I'm sorry, I tried. How's it going? ¿Cómo les va? Hold on. Like, seriously, have you made more money?
I will be addressing all the recent tags that I've gotten from Latinos for Trump who've decided to change their mind and they would like my help. I don't hear you. Who are you? You need my help? Why? See, you thought that you would be the latter. You thought that you were different. You fell for that same rhetoric that they've been spewing for years and years and years. Haven't you heard of using somebody to get what you want? And you fell for it. So now that you're in the process of being deported to places you've never been, Puerto Rico, Mexico, Cuba, Colombia, wherever wherever your parents are from, or wherever they said you're from, that's where you're going back to. Maybe you should have spent more time learning your culture, because something like this could happen. You played right into their hands and you're getting exactly what you deserve. Do not tag me talking about your T-daddy is splitting up your family. This is a Latino issue. Latinos make mistakes. You're sorry. No, you're not sorry. The only reason that you feel this way is because it's you. When you thought that it was not going to affect you, you thought it was going to affect me and everybody who's just as dark as me or lighter with different background. You thought that you were better than us. You thought that you were above us. You thought that because you were at those rallies, they really considered you one of them. No. They did exactly what they've done since the beginning of time. Use you, brainwash you into doing what they want you to do. Let me explain something to you. Latinos for Trump, the reason we double down on you harder than blacks for Trump, harder than, Asians for Trump, because there are more Latinos in this country than Asian. And it's getting to be where it's more Latinos here than black, because you have so many blacks who fall into the category of Latinos. So you had a duty to carry several communities on your back. Use your voice for good and you used it for evil. I don't hear you. I'm no Christian, but I'm going to use your little, your little saying. I don't see no evil and I don't hear no evil. Sounds to me like you're going to find out. Enjoy the scenery and don't tag me no more, because I'm not helping you.
Yes, mass deportations in day one. That's what he promised. He ran around the country. He did thousands upon thousands of rallies, and I'm talking like I'm talking like DT. I'm talking to like an orange phone. Mass deportations in day one. Yes, I'm gonna be the best and always the best in mass deportations the day one. Welcome to another video. And then, yes, he promised mass deportations in day one. And the situation of Latinos in the United States had not changed. Deportations keep going on. They still separating the families. It's still the same mess, and Alligator Alcatraz is still open. Yes, okay, and human rights get violated every single day. They are hiring more and more ICE agents, and it's still the same. And the Latino community, okay, the influencers of the Latino community want Black people to help them to deal with ICE, okay? A lot of influencers, a lot of Black influencers and organizers keep getting that call or that tag from Latinos that they want to be helped from the situation of their family members being deported, members of the community being deported, and with the human right violation that is happening now in Alligator Alcatraz. Yes, the orange buffon They offer mass deportations in day one. Mass deportations in day one. He is just doing as he promised, and he is deporting everybody. It doesn't matter if they have a criminal background or no. He just does not care. He just only deporting people because he wants to deport those people, and because we know what kind of person he is. The point is the cruelty. Okay, don't forget that the point of this administration is just the cruelty. But I have you a really good video, okay? I have you a lot of cases, people talking about this situation. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be really, really good. So I just want you to stay towards the end because this is gonna be really good. Please don't forget, drop a like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Help us to support liberal media subscribing to my channel. The MAGA nuts, all the subscribers, all the likes, all the comments. Look at Nick Fuentes. If we're talking about all the likes, all the comments, and all the subscribe, look at Nick Fuentes, okay? Look at his YouTube page, how he just gets subscribers and likes and comments. So help us to support liberal media subscribing to my channel and stay towards the end.
They are being starved. They are thirsty, only given 1 cup of water per day, are denied bathroom privileges, are denied medical attention. People in ICE concentration camps are losing their lives. And don't even think about saying FAFO, fuck around and find out, to these people in ICE detention centers. It is a shame that members of the Black community started the trend, and so many other people followed. This is an updated voting poll.
Updated.
Brown people voted for Kamala Harris more, but you fall for the colonizers' divisive tactics, the inaccurate voting polls, the initial propaganda. It is immature and immoral to be centering that type of behavior in response to a community that is being mass deported in prison and concentration camps and tossed out of the country to who knows where without any rights or contact to any lawyer or family. When we should be focused on solidarity, and this has to stop immediately, especially those of you who claim to be activists perpetuating this FAFOBS nonsense.
Shouts out to Aaliyah, because this is where it was on her page when I first saw this lady, this Mexican lady. And then I went to her page and she doubled down and literally said that they helped us during the Civil War, which is a lie. And the Mexicans helped free the slaves. First of all, Mexico has slavery themselves that wasn't abolished until 1829 or 1830 or something, somewhere around there. And the president that abolished slavery in Mexico was Afro-Indigenous. I don't know why they keep leaving that part out. He looked more like a negro than he looked like. Y'all picking up what I'm putting down? And when we were down there, we was fighting beside them. We was helping to protect their borders. They conveniently leave that out. For all this civil rights, there was not fighting with us for civil rights. It's a lie and a scam, not as a collective. And they know a lot of them are anti-Black. It is so crazy that they keep blaming us. First of all, we've been saying fuck around and found out, just like we've been saying a whole bunch of other shit that they co-opt and steal and turn into something else. Fuck around and found out never really had no political meaning. That's just how Black people talk. Bitch, fuck around and find out. That's how we talk. Why do they keep blaming us and centering us when we are not the ones that's putting them in concentration camps? We do not yield, nor do we hold the power to deport them. They are focusing on the wrong people. Why y'all not mad at MAGA? Why y'all not sticking it to the white man? I mean, we just got to call it a spade a spade. It's so weird that the Mexican and the Latino community keeps coming for Black people. It's because we're not putting our bodies, we're not sacrificing our bodies and going and running out and standing on the front lines. Is that what it is? Why they got so much animosity toward us like we're the ones that's doing this to them? We're not inflicting any pain on you. And as per Aaliyah's video, because I never saw that initial video, she played a video of a bullhead clear guy coining fuck around and find out for political purposes. Once again, stealing our shit, renaming, reclassifying it, giving it a different meaning. We're not making fun of y'all like that. We really ain't. We don't give a... It's unfortunate, but stop blaming. You're pointing. You're spread love is the Brooklyn way. This is bizarre. I don't know how we get in it. How we keep getting in it.
You know how y'all Black people look at us and say, "Damn, why is Chico driving that badass truck? Why is Amigo having that badass car?" You know how that is? We stick together.
This coming from the people who largely voted to have ICE come get their own kids, get their own family members, and terrorize their own community. And y'all got mad at me. Some of y'all got mad at me when I said this. You sit here in a country where the only reason that you have civil rights is because black people stuck together and got them for you. Otherwise, it's unlikely that you would have any rights at all. And you have the absolute audacity to fix your mouth to say something like this to black people. Be fucking for real. Where's the lie? Because sadly, you all proved me right.
The tension between the Black and Latino community needs to stop. And we need to be the generation to stop it. Anti-Blackness exists in our community. We know this. Anti-Blackness also exists within the Black community itself. All communities of color struggle with this. And the reason why is what we all have in common. We were all colonized and trained to have a mindset of you versus me for survival. But that ends with us. We need to lead with unity and not division. We have to be the change we want to see. We have to stop pointing the finger in both communities and make the decision that we are going to choose to be united versus divided. I'm not going to pretend like I have all the answers, but here are examples of how you can show up differently and be the change you want to see. Number one, share stories of solidarity. Share stories of love. Share stories of when you have experienced the Black or Latino community showing up in your spaces. We need to shift the narrative. Number two, if your reality is division between the Black and Latino community and your goal is unity, then it is up to you to seek out examples of when the Latino and Black communities show up for one another, where they show love, where there is actual solidarity, because guess what? It exists. And if you need a place to start with me. I am happy to be a part of your network of Latinos who have nothing but love for our Black sisters and brothers. Number three, ask your neighbors how you can be helpful. You need to lead with your heart in this moment. That is the only way that we are going to experience an actual shift. We have to show up as human beings. We have to show up vulnerable. We have to show up as the change that we want to see. Lastly, ask others to join you. Let's actually start in the comments. Share your stories of solidarity and love. If members of the Latino and Black community have a hard time seeing it, let's show them how it's actually done. I stand with my Black brothers and sisters, and I also stand with my Latino familia. But the change, it starts with us.
I guess it's easy to say, to call for unity when the Latinos, they are not doing their part. Yes, it was an election in November 5th last year, and Black people united went and voted for the right candidate. So the Black people is in the rest era, okay? Black people is not gonna go nowhere, to no protest, to no anything. And we are not gonna be on the streets. We are not gonna be doing anything, okay? They had to be with protest with the system, because when they voted, even the Arabs for Trump, the Asians for Trump, the Indians for Trump, they know exactly what they were voting for. Okay, they now, because they are being personally affected, they're just saying like, no, I didn't vote for this, I didn't vote for this, but this is what you voted for. So now, be brave and take it.
Latinos in the United States have not earned the support of Black people for us to be demanding, oh yeah, why aren't they coming out to protest with us? Why aren't they engaging in activism with us? Because we haven't earned it at all, in the slightest. Or did you guys forget that 46% of all eligible Latino voters voted for Donald Trump in the 2024 presidential election? Or how about the fact that racism, anti-Blackness, colorism, all of these things are still very much pervasive in our communities? Bro, Latinos haven't even reconciled with the fact that they can't use the N-word unless they're also Black themselves, because Afro-Latinos exist. Oh, and if we're talking about Miami, oof, you'll see the whitest MAGA Latinos be like, bro, but I grew up in the hood. I grew up around Black people in Overtown or in Liberty City. I could say it, bro. No one's going to stop me from saying it. It's my right. I'm not racist. I have a Black friend. We haven't even gotten over that. And we want Black people to go to protest with us, to engage in activism with us, putting their lives, their freedom, their bodies on the line. No, I completely understand any Black person that wants to just disengage, disregard us. I get it, guys. I really, really do. And we, as Latinos, as a collective, should not be harboring resentment against Black people, criticizing them, getting angry at them, questioning them. No, because we've earned this. They are completely justified in feeling the way they feel and doing what they're doing. Now, I would like to give a message to the Black folks watching this video. You are completely justified in your feelings and in doing what you're doing, and I respect it. But please remember that Black folks are also being affected by this persecution of undocumented migrants. And I feel like that's not talked about enough either. Here, Miami, Florida is the best example. Haitians, Jamaicans, Bahamians, Afro-Cubans, Afro-Hondurans, Garifunas, black people from all over Latin America and all over the world, Africans, just so many black people that are also undocumented that are really being affected by the persecution of this administration. And of course, much like any other entity in space, black folks in immigration detention centers in the immigration system are treated worse than their white, Latino, Asian counterparts. So it's really important to acknowledge that and just let you guys know. But yeah, Latinos, we need to tighten up. If you guys want the support of the black community, then earn it. Demonstrate that we can solve these issues of racism in our own communities, and please stop saying the N-word. If you're not black, don't say the N-word. It's really simple.
I'm not saying it's okay or right that black people are like, no, let them fend for themselves. I mean, honestly, it is okay, but I'm not saying like, yes, let's do that, because unity is what helps us. But also, like, I know it's not supposed to be transactional. I just need you guys to start thinking, because you guys are like, all gung-ho, active out there, unified together in the streets now. But where were you when the George Floyd protests were? I personally was out there with my friends who were Asian, Pacific Islander, Mexican, and Puerto Rican. And then I'm Mexican myself, and a white husband. We were out there, okay? And I've gotten comments from people in my community, people in my family who have been like, well, you think you're black. What about me? What about my content? What about the way I speak, the way I act? What about you makes you think that I think I'm black? Oh, because I advocate for black people too, as much as I advocate for my people? It shouldn't be transactional. You shouldn't have to have a dog in the fight to care. You should just have basic empathy. You should just care about people. You see a sad story, oh, you cry. You want to help out however you can. You guys see that all the time. You see a puppy in danger, oh, let's rescue all the puppies. Why is it so hard to do with humans? Black people don't owe us anything. But even one of the major interviews going around about the guy whose girlfriend was taken because they were just recording, in that there's a black man who's in the background and he's like, si se puede. He's out there. He has nothing to gain from this. So think about that. Don't go back to the anti-blackness. Learn and stop saying the N-word. Do that. Stop saying the N-word and humble yourself. If black people tell you something's offensive, change it. Change it and don't become defensive.
History between black Americans and Mexicans in Los Angeles, I'll extend that to Southern California, is not a good history. Mexicans went on an erasure campaign, erasing black people out of their communities for years. And I could get deeper in detail. There's history out there. Check this video out.
In other words, he's a minority like me, so I can't speak up against him. If this was white folks committing these lynchings to us in South Central, what's going on? There would be an outrage in this country. We have had firebombs thrown through windows. We have had people's cars burned in the driveway because they happened to move into the wrong communities. We had a lady who moved to East LA, came to the state from the South, not knowing what East LA was. It was an all-Hispanic community. She wasn't there one day. We had another man who was burned out of his house in Torrance last year. We had 5 murders in Hawaiian Gardens just because the people were black. This would not be tolerated if this was white on black crime. But the fact that these people come here, and it's the numbers, sir. It's the numbers. They come here in the numbers. They build up the Hispanic community, and they get this sense of power against us. And there are race riots in the schools every day in Los Angeles. It never makes the media. The black kids are being run out of the schools every day and told to go back to Africa. It never makes the media. We are having people who are being discriminated against on every avenue of society.
This is the message for African Americans. To begin, I want to say I'm sorry. As a black Latino, I did not understand your struggle. I did not understand that your fights impacted me. I did not understand that all of your sacrifices impacted me. I did not understand that all of your stands impacted me. Africans, Caribbeans, black Latinos, anybody that is black from any part of the world have benefited from you, have benefited from your sacrifices, have benefited from your struggles. And I wanted to say, I'm sorry and thank you. Yes, the Holy Spirit allowed me to come to this message this morning, to pause and say thank you. I am feeling blessed in my life. I am feeling very blessed. But who can you show gratitude? And the Holy Spirit showed me that it's you that I need to say thank you to. So when someone say, black Americans have no culture, you tell them, your culture is resilience. Your culture is innovation. Your culture is strength. Your culture is guiding black people to embrace their melanated skin. Guiding black people to embrace their hair. Guiding black people to embrace who they are. That is your culture. Your culture is music. Your culture is art. Your culture is all of these things that have impacted each one of us. And the first time that I was called the N-word, I didn't even know what to do with myself because I did not know I was black. I thought I was Latina. But even the Latinos did not embrace me because they saw my color. When they heard my accent, then I was welcome. That I reject. But I accept me because you have helped me accept me. You have helped me understand about Martin Luther King. You have helped me understand about all of these things through your movies, and I thank you. I want to say thank you, and again, I'm sorry. May God continue to bless each and every one of you, wherever you are, and please look in the mirror and realize you have blessed us all. So now, focus on blessing yourself. Bless yourself.
I feel exactly in the way that this lady feels. I don't know what country she's from. I don't know her accent. It's more like maybe like a Dominican Republic, maybe. But she's just saying that we need to be grateful to Black America. We need to be grateful to them because many of the rights that we have as a Latino, as a Indian, as a Asian, all those rights, the Latino community fought hard for all those rights can be in place. The Black community fought for the rights of Asians, for the Indians, for all the people that it needed, that it was discriminated and it was segregated in that time. It is a movement right now going on. I don't know if you heard about it, that they say bring back segregation. I don't know if you heard about it, but it's just like it's a movement that is going on. The Black communities are saying bring back segregation because they want it, and it is a economic purpose too. It has to be with the Black money being invested in the Black community, so for the Black community can grow. And yes, and it's a movement right now. I don't know if you just know, in Arkansas, a only white neighborhood was created, and it didn't went that well. And because now some red states are saying that they can just that they can discriminate, or business owners can discriminate. So Black Americans are saying, yes, please bring back segregation because we need segregation back. And just one of the things that I just been laughing about it lately, guys, is just the orange buffon went in a 2-year-old tantrum the last time because Obama got all the credits for Veteran Day because he went and stepped on an airplane full of veterans and everybody was praising Obama and all that, and he was just so mad. Obama should be in jail. You know, the jealousy of this man, of the orange buffon, is just simply incredible. He is in a mission to destroy this country, and I cannot even believe it. Latino people play on the hands of this destroyer. The Latino people went to MAGA, the white supremacist group, because I just keep telling you, the MAGA, it is a white supremacy group. I always tell you that, and it is the truth. It is the truth. So, and then they play in their hands of the MAGA.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, Latinos for Trump be frying me, bro. These motherfuckers will sit there and listen to white men joke about, oh yeah, deport all the Latinas except the bad ones and shit. Even the bad ones they're gonna sit there and kiki and laugh about that shit. Yo, that level of cucketry is beyond me, bro. That's why I'm trying to tell you. Sometimes motherfuckers don't even like being their own race and shit. They just be like, okay, I'm cool with being this because I might be closer to being white and shit like that. Because I ain't gonna lie, Latinos for Trump, that's some like goofy, like cuckish. Like, I ain't gonna lie, y'all better than me. I can never, as a man, I can never.
Yeah, the fact that so many Latino Americans voted for Trump really shouldn't surprise anyone, despite the fact that he gained most of his initial political traction off the strength of anti-Latino immigrant sentiment. The reason it shouldn't surprise anyone is because of paintings like this. This is called the Heden Son de Cam. I said that like it's French, but it's not. It's Portuguese. It's Brazilian Portuguese, and the process being depicted here is known as Blanquiamento in Brazil. Basically, these two have a child together, and their child is ostensibly white, even though the child's grandmother is a dark-skinned black woman, and the dark-skinned black woman is praising God because her bloodline has been redeemed. Yes, this has to do with the Latino vote in 2024. So Heden Sonjicam means the redemption of Ham, and as some of you may know, the story of Ham was used to help justify the enslavement of African people for a long, long time. Blanquiamento is also a concept in Spanish-speaking Latin America, and often gets tied up with phrases like mejorar la raza, which means to literally improve the race. So what does this have to do with Trump winning? Well, in America, the enslaved African population was smaller than the white population. The indigenous population was continually being expelled or G-worded. And although SA and SV resulted in a lot of mixing to the point where most African Americans are almost 25% white, in Latin America, projects of domination looked a little different. Intermixing had a different connotation, and people were often encouraged to marry someone with the goal of having a child that was lighter than them. Obviously, colorism is not a uniquely Latin American thing, but it's what's being overtly stated. Even in the context of a country like Mexico, where the black population is relatively smaller compared to somewhere like the Dominican Republic, I think there's a really different perspective about how people relate to Europeanness. All the tensions that existed between America and Britain, the bloodlines were pretty direct in a lot of cases. Even to this day, white Americans are pretty white. It's estimated to this day that 70% of white Americans have no African ancestry, and around 1% have Native American ancestry. Not the same for DR, not the same for Mexico, not the same for El Salvador, not the same for any Latin American country you can think of, really. I think even in cases where people are repping their country hard as hell, there is this implicit aspiration to be closer to the colonial center genetically, that is to say, closer to whiteness. A lot of factors can motivate someone at the same time, but the ghosts of a lot of these ideologies are still haunting us to this day. Like, for instance, if I told you that the issue with climate change really comes down to a misinterpretation of Christianity, you might feel like that's a stretch. But when you really break it down, you realize, like, oh shoot, it's not about the thing, it's the thing about the thing about the thing about the thing.
This picture, this Brazilian picture, it does not surprise me because I grew up, I told you, if you guys haven't subscribed to my channel, I told you my story and how some Latinos countries, okay, where yes, it's black population in the majority of them, or in indigenous population because of colonization. Our parents teach us how to improve, it's called improve the race, that your skin become a little bit more towards white, okay, and just like he said, these women, and here this grandma is grateful because her grandson became more towards white, and this is something they have been teach and having internalized in the Latino community. Remember that we just have the same colonizers too. That is something that is completely wrong, that it shouldn't be, but that's the way of things have been running for centuries now in the Latino countries, in the Latino communities. Remember, the colonizers are the same colonizer, and the colonizer control the government, control even the population, okay, control the media, the TV, all these things. And this paint in right here that he's just showing you, it is so real for the Latino community, for the black Latino community, for the native Latino community, where they teach you to improve or marry white. I wanted to close or end this video without talking about the Alligator Alcatraz, okay? It's still open, it's still the same, Alligator Alcatraz. So these last two clips, okay, they are about Alligator Alcatraz and how this is affecting Florida, the Everglades, and all these things. And just pay attention to it because it's really emotional. The first guy that is gonna talk about the Alligator Alcatraz is a really emotional clip. He's almost in tears, and the other lady is just trying to answer what happened with some of the detainees of the Alligator Alcatraz. Is people missing, okay? It's like 2,000 people missing that we don't really know where these people is at. Some of them have said that these people they dropped these people in the middle of the ocean, okay, where it's like the shark areas of the ocean. Some people say that they just moved them to another like a tent jail in Wyoming. it is all kinds of conspiration theories of what these people is doing and what happened with these people. It's around 2,000, maybe more people that it disappear, and it's knowing the system. It's knowing the system of is knowing the system of the immigration, is knowing a jail in another country. It's just not there, okay? And remember, they sent a bunch of Venezuelans to Salvador, and the government, the Venezuelan government, brought those people back to Venezuela. And it's some people that was just sent to a jail in Africa, some Cubans, okay? And it's just like that. It's just a mess. So just pay attention to these two.
If you're not familiar with Alligator Alcatraz, I'm sorry, but if you haven't heard any updates, here they are, and they're not good. It's still open. The place was supposed to be shut down weeks ago, and a federal judge said, stop it, stop detaining people there and start dismantling it because, well, it's a serious human rights violation and environmental violation. But, of course, the appeals court swooped in, hit the pause button on the shutdown, and let Florida keep running. So, as of right now, it is still business as usual for them. But what's going on the inside? Now, there are reports from detainees, lawyers, and watchdog groups that describe absolutely horrific conditions. They're talking about tents thrown up on swampy land, no proper sanitation, sewage runoff near the wetlands, and medical neglect so bad that people with chronic illnesses are going untreated. It's been over 100 degrees in those tents. People have fainted. Some have begged for help and never even got it. Now, many of those detained haven't actually committed any crimes. They're here for civil immigration issues, yet they're trapped in these conditions, isolated and stripped of basic rights. Human rights. And hundreds have literally gone missing from ICE's public database. They're gone. Families can't find them, attorneys can't locate them, and ICE on their site, it says call for details. But when people call, there are no details. And the kicker to it all, because the facility is state funded, it's dodged a full federal environmental review, even though it's built on sensitive wetlands, threatening endangered species, and sacred Miccosukee indigenous land. Now, Alligator Alcatraz, yes, it's still running. People are suffering. The environment's being trashed, and the system is hiding behind legal loopholes. This isn't about immigration control. It's about institutional cruelty. I don't care if you're a Republican, if you're a Democrat, if you're a Libertarian, anything in between. You should be pissed off about this. If you're a Republican, I know you might not have humanitarian concerns, but if you're a hunter or a fisher, these are repercussions that will cause decades of damage to the Gulf itself. Decades. Because you may not know this, the Okeechobee drains right in through the Everglades, and that watershed goes into the Gulf. You think red tide's been bad the past few years? Just you wait. And if you're a Democrat, you need to please contact your representation and get them to stop this. Even if you're a Republican, contact your representation and tell them to shut down Alligator Alcatraz.
White people will vote against their own economic interests if they think those public programs that benefit them will be used to benefit people that they deem undesirable.
I always want to ask the person that voted for Donald Trump, I want to know how this benefits you. Usually you vote for something because you believe in it. And I've seen poll after poll that says they don't like Trump for policy. It's all culture stuff.
Well,
it's all culture war stuff.
Let's look at the soybean farmers,
yeah.
okay? Farmers got big time in the first administration, okay? Lots of family farms went under. His trade policies really screwed them over. So they all voted for him again, and the exact same thing happened.
And it's much worse right now. It is going to be so much worse with the tariffs.
They voted for the racism over their own farms.
Yeah.
People voted for the racism over their own bank accounts.
White people will vote against their own economic interests if they think that those public programs that benefit them will be used to benefit people that they deem undesirable, right?
Yeah.
Like the public pools in poor white neighborhoods went away because they didn't want black people to use them.
Right.
And I just learned something new today about Black American history that I didn't know. This is a piece of information that I didn't know. I know some of you already know what I'm gonna tell you, but I just learned something new. When I was preparing this video, I always ask to myself when I got here to the United States, okay, because I'm coming from another country, people used to tell me, Black Americans don't know how to swim. And I was like, how? How does this even possible? No, Black Americans, I'm not saying that all of them, I'm saying that a big group of it, okay? And it is a problem, and have been evaluated. I have been finding ways of to find the solution to it, okay? They just keep telling me that Black Americans don't know how to swim. And I thought, how's that even possible? And I thought it was even racist, okay? When like white people would tell me Black Americans don't know how to swim. And I just keep watching the news and the TV, and I see kids, like Black kids, dying because they didn't know how to swim. And I was like, why? Why is that all about? And it was something that I couldn't know what it was all about. And then with this clip, this last clip that I just showed you, I finally learned it. White people didn't want Black people to enjoy the swimming pool in the poor areas of town. So they asked the swimming pools to be closed instead of share the swimming pool with Black people. I couldn't believe it. I was so impressed. I was like, how can just someone hate somebody so much that is able to lose their own privilege, their own benefits, to see someone else suffer? I thought that was ridiculous. I thought I didn't have enough understanding that the situation of Black Americans went through in this country. And for me, it has been a process of learning, okay? Just because in Latinos countries is colorism. I always been Black, okay? But I always been like mixed, okay? So it is colorism, but it's not like hate like this, okay? Like Black Americans have confronted. And I was just so impressed, and I just don't know if in a bad way, okay? I was so impressed in a bad way. So please don't forget, drop a like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Help us to support liberal media, subscribing to my channel, giving a like and comment below. You guys, thank you. I love you guys so much. Who are the best subscribers on the planet? You. Yes, you guys are the best subscribers on the planet. And I also, oh guys, okay, I just wanted to say thank you for the bottom of my heart, for the all super tens. I just keep receiving the super tens. I keep receiving, guys, money for coffee, and I just get, you guys make my morning, you guys make my afternoon, you guys make my night. You guys are just so amazing, okay? I just had the best subscribers on the planet. I just keep telling everybody about my YouTube channel, and I just tell them I had the best subscribers on the planet. So I just wanted to say thank you so much, and I just so highly appreciate it. Okay, you guys take care. Thank you. Bye bye.